Let's talk BR real quick. So I just made some quick notes here. Usually, well, always you're going to see a BR with, it's going to be point 0, point 0.3, point 0.7. Okay, that's it. There's no point 0.2, point 0.1, none of that business. Okay, I'm looking at a BR of 2.7, 2.3. I'm looking at a BR of 2.7. Okay, my aircraft are going to be a 3.0 and 2.7, 2.3. So 3.0, 2.7, and a 2.3. Okay, right here I have 5 aircraft. So what I've done is I have the game considers your top 3 aircraft only. Okay, so top 3 aircraft 3.0, 2.7, 2.3, BR 2.7. Additional aircraft, I can have all the 2.3s I want. In this particular case, I might have another 2.3, but I like to have a bomber over here just in case. And this guy's pretty good, and he's a BR 2.0. Okay, the game likes to average this out when the conditions are correct. It doesn't always average, but in this particular case, it averages the 2.7. Okay, have them all together, it averages the 2.7. Okay, um, but the math is if it's a 2.7, 2.7, or 2.3, BR still 2.7. 2.7, 2.3, 2.3, BR still 2.7. Okay, if this goes down to 2.0 here, then it is going to average out 2.7, 2.3, 2.0. It's going to be an average of 2.3, so it'll go down. But these are all the combinations you could have for a BR 2.7, which is what we're flying. Okay, um, so at a BR 2.7, we're taking out a 3.0 aircraft. So you could have it this way, or you could have it this way. Your preference. If you die a lot, probably want it this way, right? Um, because this is going to be very difficult for you if you're dying quite a bit. All right, or this is going to be difficult for you if you're in a 2.7 match and you're flying these guys, right? If you can keep this guy alive, okay, and you're flying, you're hitting the most you can at this BR, and I think that's what your goal is. Okay, maybe start this way at first. Not sure, or as you research, sometimes you have no other choice, and you just have to suck it up for a bit. Um, the game is going to put you in a match plus or -1 from this particular BR. So here we are at a -1. Okay, this is the range, right? At a -1, you would be at the top 2.7, 1.7 in this range. Okay, at the +1, you would be at the bottom 2.7, 3.7. All right, but the range is always only 1. Okay, so you could be somewhere in the middle. Whereas this BR is a 2.0, 2.3 match, and you're somewhere in the middle, somewhat towards the top, but not all the way, right? Or it could be a 2.3, 3.3, where you're somewhere in the middle, closer to the bottom than the top, right? At a 2.7 match, there's going to be a 3.0 aircraft. Um, Often, I like this 3.0 aircraft in this situation when I'm in this match. If I'm training a bomber, I'll make sure that it's the highest one, okay? And then I wait for this match, and that's when I fly my bomber, so that he's the top guy, and hopefully he's going to be the harder to kill in that particular match. Okay, in a 3.0 match, you're going to see 3.3 aircraft. A 3.3 match, 3.7 aircraft. 3.7, you're going to see 4.0 aircraft. Okay, um, I'm flying 2.7. If you fly a BR here of 3.0, that means you got a 3.3 aircraft. So a +1, right? So a 3.0 with a +1, you're going to start seeing 4.3 aircraft. And a 4.3 aircraft is a Focke-Wulf 198-4. And this guy hits nearly twice as much as most of your. It hits twice as hard as anything the Americans have, at BR 3.3. Okay, they just recently, not too long ago, gave us this P-51 at 3.7, right? Which hits just as hard as that Focke-Wulf 190. But um, I can tell you the Focke-Wulf is a 4.3, and it's that way because it maneuvers much better than this aircraft does. Supposedly this one turns, a fraction better and climbs just a fraction better, but that's just not the case. I mean, that's what the numbers say, but you fly these, um, that's just not the case. Okay, it's a good aircraft, and I've been kicking, yang yangs in it, but you got to be careful when you fly this aircraft. And when you see that 190, you stay away from it. You wait for it to die, or if you have the opportunity, you kill it as soon as possible. Okay. The other thing I want to mention is in research, this BR is 3.3 here. Okay, in arcade battle, that's 3.3. I mean, in realistic battle, it's 3.3. In arcade, it's a 3.0. So the BRs do change um, based on what you're flying. So there's a 2.3, still 2.3, 2.3. What is it? 2.7. Okay. So you see they'll change. I think this is 2.0. It's a 3.0 in realistic and a 2.0 in arcade. So make sure when you're setting your presets here, that you know that the BRs do change depending on which mode you're flying in. So we're doing our air arcade battles. We are air arcade here, and our BRs straight. So, got it. The match is 16 players. Generally, there'll be one or two players that are at the BR 1.7, and generally one or two players BR at the 2.7, right? So a couple at the bottom, couple at the top, and usually everybody's pretty much fairly matched in the middle. Okay, so if you win a lot, this is where you're gonna live. As you win, you go, down, further down, um, until you're here. Okay, so if you're a player who likes to do the objectives a lot and you help your team win all the time, the game gets more fun in my opinion, more challenging in my opinion. Hercules, you will get this medal, which is worth several lions, and this is killing the aircraft that's +1 higher than your aircraft, right down here, right? So when this guy kills that guy, you get Hercules. It's like 5,000 lions or something like that. Okay. When you lose a lot, you'll be at the top. They try to help you out that way, but generally you're going to be right here somewhere, either in the top or the bottom of this list here. Okay, and so in general, I like to go down like this. I have a 4.0, 3.7, 3.3. I like to be like this. I don't generally like to have like a 3.3 BR such as this, right? Let's see, 3.0. So I got 3.7, 3.3, and then 3.0s. Well, I guess that's not bad because all these planes are pretty good. So that worked out for the Americans. So this particular BR is going to fly 2.3s to 4.3s. So, we are looking for 190s and being very careful. And as a matter of fact, if unless I get if it's a 3.7, like a 2.7, 3.7 match, then that's why I'm bringing out my P-51. I'm not bringing it out against that 198 Fort because I care about my service record. Right? And so here's the P-51. Here's the, look at 62 deaths, 357 kills. It's just shredded. And I'm doing that because, see these P-51s down here? Look at this, 152, 152, 125, 143. These guys, they're so outmatched. They're so outmatched that their BR very difficult. But if you're disciplined, you're not gonna get 15, 20 kills. But you can survive. You can get 5 to 10 kills. You know what I mean? Um, it's just, it's a lot of boom and zoom. And it's a lot of running away. It's a lot of avoiding and choosing the right target. And, if you just want to get in there and fight, this is not the guy that you want to fly. If you want to stay alive, these places can do it. If you get in trouble, very, very difficult to get out of trouble. Okay, so you have to stay out of trouble, pick a target. It'll shoot them up pretty good, but someone's on your ass. You better hope there's somebody nearby to save you. Okay, so that's my steal on a BR. Hopefully that made sense. Alright, crew. Make sure your crews, pilot, ground service, repair rank. This is for when you're landing. Okay, your repair speed will. So these are rank 2 guys and rank 3. So this has to be a rank 3 before this repair speed will take into effect on the runway in the match. If you're playing arcade, you don't care and you just fly to die. You don't really have to train this so first, right? If you do, I often land. I like to keep my planes going because in general I leave this unchecked. This is automatic repair. You see this aircraft here says repair cost 1,600. Okay, it takes 8 hours. So every time I lose this plane or he gets wing shot off and the game ends, I get a repair bill that I have to pay. If I don't pay, if I uncheck this and I don't pay, then I have to wait 8 hours before this guy repairs by itself. Usually if I'm playing with people, I will leave this checked because we're playing match after match after match. But if I'm playing by myself, I uncheck this and then I try to keep my plane alive. Okay, I don't want to pay the repair bill. And then if it's just shot up a little bit, sometimes it's only 5-10 minutes before it repairs. And then I'll fly these other guys. Okay, there are plenty of planes that keep me busy. 2 or 3 matches at the least. Once these guys are gone, I switch over to Germans. Okay, here I got a TR. This TR means that I'm training it. Okay. Also, let me see this. Right now, these guys are all researched. I have 5 of these because these were my tank crews. But now I've gone ahead and put planes here, and when I fly these, I'm actually increasing my tank crews. So you'll see here I have 3 planes and 1 tank crew. Okay. The more crews you have down here, the more mouths to feed, the longer it takes to train them up. So just don't do it. Anyways, when all these guys die, I switch to Germany. I use the TR. TR means that these guys aren't spaded. If you look at BR here in my preset, these guys are spaded. Okay. TR means that this is a BR 5.3 and that I should be working on it to get these guys spaded up. Spaded up means the modifications aren't all fully researched. Okay, so I'm still training him. So once these guys die, I go to Britain. Okay. I'm not even sure what this is. Okay. So I go to Britain. So this is a BR 3.3, which I don't think is true either. So my guys are a little messed up because I've been flying with folks. Okay. TR. I put as many presets as I can that are training, so that when I come over here, I take these aircraft out. Once they die, I go to the next one. So you got 5 nations, 3 crews each. There's 15 crews. There's plenty of flying for the evening. You could have like no repair costs whatsoever. And then often, the ones that are dead here, by the time I'm done with the Germany over here, I can go back to American, and I still have 2 or 3 planes here that have repaired in this time that I've used the Germans. I go again here. That's kind of what I do. So I go, and then when I'm done with American, I come over here. Maybe there's one more German. I take him out. I very rarely fly the Japanese. If you look over here, um, I don't know. If you look at a crew, yeah, I don't have very much crew points because general that's what I do. I very rarely get to the Japanese. So plenty of planes to choose from. I think it's good because you learn your enemies right at the lower levels at least, and you flow on the planes. You know their capabilities. You're learning their names, what they look like, how they handle. So this, I think if you always keep it like that, you lose a lot of money. You don't get the experience. It's just good business. Go ahead and leave it off. Okay, so that's a little bit of crew, a little bit of BR. I think that was good. Okay, I'm gonna take out my USMC. Hey, check out these. I'll have to do. I'll have to do a, user skin video. I like this guy. It's the same guy on all my skins. The P40. This is actually a War Thunder skin. Worked hard for it, so I'm gonna keep it. Here's A36. So this is one of his skins. I'll show you how to do this. So he does a lot of the silver skin business, and kind of like it. Here's one that's not silver. These are user skins. These are not available in the game, but um, you know, it makes things different for you. The other players are not going to see this. Okay, only you are going to see it. They're going to see the regular standard. Um, the standard skin. This is a War Thunder skin, P51. This is similar to the A36 skin. I mean, it's the same plane. It's just this one's got cannons. That one's got machine guns. F6F. Does he have one? Yeah, it's F6F. So you'll see there's some nice skins. I'll show you guys how to do that later.